'cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay, 'cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously and
Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport, where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes... The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for space. It's Hall. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why?
And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Huskers have this offense rolling. Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hall. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on...
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. With the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1, they'll mark it at the 6.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rush.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Indiana Hoosiers. First down for this offense. On the ground, it's Hall. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, runs like this often...
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So the opening drive of the game, and you... The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being...
The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. And the Huskers are flying down the field. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Corn. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Hall. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Hall. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Bloomington. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Right back to the well. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Raiola. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Huskers! And the punishment has been extended. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was out.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense there goes zone coverage.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They give it to him again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David
Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Ncaa, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. We have a midseason matchup of two teams that have earned top 25 rankings, so a good test for both teams with playoff implications on the line. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Grab behind the line, it's Coleman. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Important third down play coming up after that completion. Can he get there on the ground? And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and...
Getting set. Here's second down. Hand it off for a draw. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Launches downfield. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return there, but the interception. The offense at the 47.
What a play by the defensive back here.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Caught near the sideline. It's Coleman. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Now it's second down here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. First down here for this offense. Scanning the field. It's Raiola. It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down after that completion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. The pocket breaking down. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I'll be honest, Chris, I'm really surprised he's trying to get outside like this to try to make a play. He's not the fastest at all. I think he was just desperate to try to come up with a play.
Football comes out. The ball carrier recovers it, and the offense will keep possession. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's 4th down. get the second half started with the running play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Hall. Breaking free at midfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. To throw, it's Wyola. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, they go to the air.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. That's reeled in. It's Nair. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Hall. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. And is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game.
Well, it was an entertaining game because we enjoyed calling it, but it's got to sting to fall short at the end.
Well, sometimes you're going to suffer losses like this, and you're just going to have to pick up your head and move on. It's the coach's job to try to get this team ready to play the next time they go out.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay.